Hello, everybody, and welcome back to B.O.L.D Tarot. We are burning old labels and distraction, and we are back with another weekly reading. We are focusing on love. I have already said our intentional prayer for us to receive the messages that we need to hear right now at this moment. That the Spirit provides us with clarity messages, remove blockages, and just continue to heal on this journey. I hope all is doing well, and let's go ahead and jump into it and see what love messages Spirit has for us today. If you haven't already, you can check out B.O.L.D Apothecary, where I have customized keys surrounding love, money, healing, and protection. I also have protective sprays. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading, you can book over there at B.O.L.D Apothecary. Just look for B.O.L.D Tarot and you'll find me over there. Spirit, what messages do we need to hear surrounding love? Thank you. All right, we have give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So I also want to be clear about when I am giving my love messages here. Love is not always about relationship as far as like a romantic partner. Love is for self-love. Love is for any loved one. It could be a family, a friend, and a significant other. But make sure that we are receiving these messages the way that it resonates, okay? So take what resonates and throw away the rest. But Spirit is saying that we need to give the relationship a chance, work on partnership. I'm going to dive more into it with our tarot cards just to learn more of why this is coming up for us. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I always talk about with accepting the green flags, we're always looking for the red flag to throw in the towel, right? But sometimes in these relationships, we are still carrying around the past hurt, the past trauma, and it's showed up so many times in our life that we look for it. In order for us to receive what we are worth or something different in another person, you have to give yourself a chance, right? We have to get to a space where we're not always looking for the same thing to keep showing up. Be aware, yes. But to try to make that same shoe fit every person that we interact with, again, significant other, friend, family member, whomever this could relate to, that's not giving that person nor yourself a fair shot. Spirit, speak more on give your relationship a chance. In most cases, this is talking about a romantic relationship. Thank you. I'm hearing rest, meaning that before we jump to conclusions or before we react, we take a beat. We take a moment to rest. Sometimes you probably have heard the saying, like, before you make a decision, pray about it or sleep on it. I can speak for myself. Anytime I am a bit stressed or something is, on my mind, I always take a nap. I'm just going to go to sleep. I'm just going to take a nap. Hopefully when I wake up, I'll have a more clear mind so I can react with more facts instead of out of emotions. So that's what I'm hearing right now is rest. Go take a nap. More, Spirit? Can I get more? That burden that you were used to carrying is trying to lift. Yeah. What you used to carry in the past or what you may have been carrying before in this relationship, voice what it is that you need, but more importantly, voice how that person can support you so the burden can lift. And if we communicate out of kindness, where our message can be heard versus the tone, you have to give that person the opportunity to shift, to lift the burden. Let's see. I want to get one more. Thank you. Yeah. Someone is feeling left in the cold, and it could very well be your partner. You are probably speaking of, it just feels cold, not warmth. Yeah, I'm not feeling any warmth coming from the way that you speak with one another. And so someone, if not both, is feeling left out in the cold. All right, let's dig into these cards here. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So, like I said, we do so much in life as is. And sometimes when we are carrying a lot of the weight and we see maybe our partner chilling, relaxing, it makes us feel some type of way. But there may be some ways that they prioritize that's maybe a little bit different from you, that there could be something that you can learn from. I'm hearing a conversation needs to be had of just learning what each other needs, how they can support one another, that give and take, so burden can be lifted up off of that person, because someone in the relationship feels like they are carrying all of the weight. But the reason why you're carrying all of the weight is because you don't know how to delegate. If you want to be able to rest because you're tired, because you feel like you're doing everything, you have to know how to delegate. Just like at work, you should not be doing everything at work. Everyone has a role and responsibility. So why not articulate that same message within your relationship? And do not assume that that person should assume that you need help or you need support. Even if it's taking the trash out, or when you come home and you have groceries and you're carrying it inside. Well, if you never ask for the help, like, hey, I need help with these groceries, how do they know you need help with the groceries? Because they can be in the back room watching TV and not even know that you're home. Or they know that you're home, but they don't know that you have a bag full of groceries. Does that make sense? The passion is clearly there and it can continue, but we just have to learn how to be able to communicate and know how to delegate before you collapse and have a breakdown. You don't want to rest because you fell apart and your body is forcing you to rest, right? Because then that becomes unhealthy. Both parties are feeling very isolated, just left out in the cold, because there's a struggle. There's a lot going on in the world right now where there is uncertainty, and just even in employment, some of our jobs, some of us don't know if, what's going to happen when we walk in. There's a lot of budget shifts that's going on. And so there could be a shift in your relationship with employment. But you got to make sure that the other person does not feel abandoned, because I guarantee you there's probably already some self-abandonment or guilt going on at the moment. And so we have to make sure that the home space or the space that they are with you is very warm and welcoming and very supportive. This is the time that we need to support one another, because if you don't, there can be family disputes. There can be a lot of breakdown and some of the tradition and the stability, and definitely conflict over money, because there are some shifts that you have to make within your budget, right? Being a little bit more frugal. Savings have to look a little bit different. There may have been a situation where, you had to make a decision and walk away from something. I'm going to get some clarification cards here. Spirit, speak more on the Ten of Wands. Why is Ten of Wands here in reverse? Thank you. Yeah, the Ten of Wands is here is because part of that burden or feeling like I have to do everything is someone may have lost their job. There may be a shift in employment because I'm seeing something about a shift in finances here. And I know that like finances is just like a hard thing to talk about, a hard topic. And this could have been going on for some time, or it could be something that is coming, may not have happened yet, but I feel as though that there may be a shift in some finances, or maybe take what resonates. So this could be your story, it could be someone else's story. And there could be a situation where it's untraditional. Maybe the woman is the breadwinner and not the male. And so those traditions look a little bit different of what they are used to seeing, or, you know, what has been taught or how they grew up. And so you feel like you are carrying all of the weight and have to do a lot of it on your own. But Spirit is saying that if you give your relationship a chance and you work on your partnership, this could be a fulfillment. This could be full of not just satisfaction, but abundance. But we can't fear of change. You can't have a fear of change. And by that, that means that some traditions are going to have to look a little bit different than what you once knew, which means some changes, right? So we can't have any fear of those changes. We can't have these self-doubts. Don't worry about repeating some of those mistakes, right? Yeah, fear of change is coming up twice with the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Tower. Yeah, the Two of Cups. You just have to gain mutual respect from one another. The love is there. The passion is there. We have to make sure that we are strong and we are living in that strength versus the outside noise. We have to block out that outside noise. Yeah, for sure. I'm seeing that this relationship it looks different, but if you work through it, this could be it is worth exploring. It is worth trying. It is worth a change, seeing something a little bit different, because regardless of the fact, there will be some lesson learned. Let me get a final message here. Let me know down in the comments if this is resonating with someone, if this is your story, or it could be someone else's. I just thank you guys so much for spending the time with me. Spirit, what's a final message for this love? Thank you so much for allowing us to be here together. Yeah, okay. So if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. So I am saying, what is your heart telling you? You guys, don't forget about the connection that you made to want you to continue on with this relationship. Remember your heart desires. Are they aligned with one another? The reality is things are going to happen outside of our control. But are you stronger together or apart? Thank you so much for joining in with me. Again, my name is Keela. Please feel free to visit B.O.L.D.apothecary.com. And until next time, peace, light, and love.